Yo, I be sports betting y'all, and it be taking so long to like no freak. It be taking mad long to like do the stuff that I be doing, and like waiting for the right time to place best stuff. But that's a whole nother story. But listen to this though, right? We all know the kid that the son of the defensive coordinator. I'm not even gonna try to say his last name. I'm just say Coach Jeff. I don't know how Coach Jeff over in Atlanta. I don't know how Coach Jeff over in Atlanta still has a job. I literally don't know, y'all. It's really crazy, and it's just like it's really getting to the point. It's to the point where it's just disrespectful, and that's why I said, "Yo, we know that they're doing um we know that they're doing prejudice type of things to Shador. It has something to do with unaliving his ego. And with a little bit of hazing, some things it was kind of lighthearted, as well as the Cleveland Browns trying to lace their draft. And the Cleveland Browns really wasn't in it because the Cleveland Browns kind of was like, all right, we already got our guy because we know Dion doesn't want his son to go to Cleveland. That's what Dion said before one of our most pivotal drafts in our century right now, the 2018 draft. That's Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. You know what I'm saying? The cornerstones of the league right now. You know what I'm saying? So we have to take that into account. So they're already like, well, you don't want us, you don't want anything to do with us. We're gonna work out Dylan Gabriel. We're gonna do private workouts for Dylan Gabriel. And that's how Dylan Gabriel ended up on the Cleveland Browns, the third round pick. See, the Browns really have their butts covered with this situation. They're like, hey, we wanted Dylan Gabriel. We're going to take Dylan Gabriel with the third round pick. He's getting a private workouts. He's getting everything because in 2018, I know last week doesn't matter to a lot of you normies, but to the NFL teams and to these GMs and to these owners and coaches and stuff like that, that means something to them still. And they remember it like it's yesterday. One of the greatest players in the NFL dissing their organization. So you have to understand that Shador Sanders, he really wasn't uh in the lineup for to get drafted by Cleveland. Like this isn't just a thing where it was supposed to happen because he's Shador Sanders and he's no, when you do stuff like this and you turn teams off, teams really be turned off, dog. Like teams really be turned off. They don't want to take this guy. They don't want this guy on their team. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just a thing as oh, any team should have him. Any team should be great. You might feel like that way because of you're a fan. You know what I'm saying? You're a fan of the Sanders. You're a fan of Dion, Shador, Shiloh, whatever the family. You're a fan of them, Colorado football. You're a fan of them, so you feel as though he should go to any team that's available that feels like they need a quarterback. And in all honesty, that's not how it works in the NFL. But that doesn't exclude the fact that there's racism. So you see what I'm saying? So people will be like, "Oh, I'm this, I'm that," and you're not a conservative, but you don't really know what's going on. But that doesn't exclude the fact that there is racism. We're not excluding that. So, Coach Jeff, this is the racism part. Coach Jeff and Coach Jeff's son is in college. He's 21. He's not even with his dad. You know what I'm saying? So, Coach Jeff sent the number to his son, and now he's allowing his son to take the blame for it. But if you're going to allow your son to take the blame for it, are you going to allow your son to go to jail? Because we know you're not going to go to jail. You're not going to serve your time because this is a breach of security. You see what I'm saying? It's not that you gave out an NFL. Yeah, I understand that an NFL prospect that was one of the top 5 picks. It's not like y'all can say, oh, he was just anybody. Shador, because y'all that's how y'all do. Y'all just disposable. If they, he means nothing to me. He's the ball boy. He's this and that and third. He's the janitor. He doesn't mean anything to me. I don't care who is this guy. He broke his leg. He tore his ACL 3 times in a row. He means nothing to me. Get him off my team. Injury reserve, this and that and the third. This is how y'all really move, right? Because y'all got to make the roster. You know what I'm saying? Fit how y'all need the roster to fit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's crazy. Like this guy is still an NFL coach right now. He still has a job right now, if I'm not mistaken. I'm waiting to see, like, I'm looking through news reports and shit. I'm like, are they gonna fire him? Nah, we just gonna issue an apology. Why every time Caucasian people do something, they just issue an apology, then they get to go back to work after unaliving Sonya Massey in the face? You might be like, oh my God, you're taking it too far. What do you mean? You're race baiting. No, this is y'all coping mechanism. Just like I want, oh, somebody's a victim, you're a victim. This y'all coping mechanism. Y'all not actually gonna make sense and have logic. This man just gave out an NFL prospect. All right, would it be any different if a scout gave out Arch Manning's number? Now let's say a scout gave out Arch Manning's number, right? What if a scout gave out Arch Manning number to some black kids, to a black 21-year-old? And they got Arch Manning number, and they're like, yo, Arch Manning, pull up over here because, yo, we about to go whoop-de-whoop, man, do some drills. You ready? Let's go to work. And Arch Manning like, oh, that's Coach whoop-de-whoop. Let me go over there so I could do my workout and drills. And then Arch Manning get over there thinking he about to go do some drills, and some niggas rob him. But it's different if it's ninjas doing it. When it's ninjas doing it, it's like, oh, wow. You that's a breach of security. You're going to jail, fed time. But when some Caucasian people do it, it's oh man, just give him a slap on the wrist. Coach Jeff, please do an apology. You have to apologize to the people in the press conference, and then just get back in there and make sure you work on the Atlanta defense. And you no, it's time for Coach Jeff to get fired. It's time for his son to go to jail. Who want to take the rap, Coach Jeff or the son? It's crazy how you put the blame on your son. How nutless is that? You put the blame on your son. Have some fucking respect to your family. How you gonna put the blame on your son? You gave your son the number, Coach Jeff. You gave your son the number. Who else got the number? Shador sent you the number. Shador, you got the number from whoever you got it from, the scout, the Atlanta scout or whatever, and now y'all trying to put it on the son. Because y'all know, oh, well, they're not going to send him to jail and all. He's never been. Man, shut the fuck up. Y'all gave out an NFL prospect number. But if it was Arch Manning, it would be different. And that's the crazy part. That's the racist crazy part right there. So y'all looking at it like, man, it's the Steelers, it's this team, it's that team. No. All of these teams play. See, a team might be feeling like, oh, man, we feel this way about Shador. So listen, he dropped in the draft because these people were playing around. These people didn't know if they wanted him or not. They didn't know if they wanted him or not. They didn't know. He's telling them he don't want to go there. Cleveland like, man, well, we already got our quarterback. Steelers is like, man, we taking our quarterback in the last round. He already know he getting took in the last round. We told him to wait on us. Don't all the players say, oh, they told me to wait on him. So they told Will Howard to wait on him. He probably really believed that. That's one of his teams. Will Howard like, all right, well, they said they gonna, they like me in the national championship on Ohio State. They think I could throw to George Pickens and DK Metcalf. Okay, cool. They told me to wait on them so they could get these pieces. They say, yo, wait up on me. We're going to go get these pieces in the draft, and we're going to come and spin back and get you in the last round. That's what they was telling Will Howard. While Shador telling Cleveland Browns, I don't want to go there. And he telling the Steelers, oh, I want to go here. I want to go here. And then the Steelers got time to sit up here and be like, I don't know. Let me go ahead and look through your stuff. So this whole past first day, right? The Steelers, this first day and the second day, because he went on the third day. And obviously before that, the Steelers had time. Dog, the Steelers had time to literally be meticulous and look all through Shador highlights and stuff like that. Because it was really just the Steelers and the Browns. Like, let's keep it a stack. The Raiders wasn't going to do it. Tom Brady, Shador Sanders, they were like, oh, wow. As soon as Tom Brady, see, I understand what Tom Brady's doing, but at the same time, I understand, like, you know what I'm saying? Tom Brady wasn't really, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't sabotaging him. But at the same time, he was sabotaging him because he don't want to. Like, if he drafts Shador Sanders, it's too much pressure for them. Because if Shador do bad and terrible for 3 years straight, and Tom Brady sitting there telling him, like, no, Shador going to do it, he's going to do it. You know what I'm saying? And they keep on going 8-8 or something like that, and 7-9 and shit like that. They going to be like, oh, nah, man, we not doing this Shador shit no more. You and Shador got to go. Because obviously you took Shador. You going to take, who you taking now? And now we missed out on Arch Manning because you wanted to take Shador. You see what I'm saying? Like, these teams be set. See, the Raiders are set up on. See, the Raiders don't really have I don't think the Raiders is really trying to win next season. They got a guy like Geno Smith. Geno Smith. All I'm gonna say is Geno Smith. I see what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? But it's about money, y'all. It's not necessarily about what y'all want. The fans want what the fans think is all right and to win. You see what I'm saying? Like it's like a lot of people think, oh man, we're gonna be able to do this, we're gonna be able to do that because we got boo 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 bop bam. But on paper it looked like that. So a lot of these teams not trying to, man, these teams didn't want dude. If he drafted Shador, they would think that, yo, Tom Brady, you drafted Shador, let's go. And if Shador go out there and be asked, they're gonna be looking at him crazy. So he's like, man, I don't even want to deal with that. I want us to do what we got going on right here, what they already like. All right, let's deal with this. And I could go get Ashton Genty. All right, now I'm gonna add on Ashton Genty. And then it's like, bro, down the line, he might still be able to get Shador. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? He might be able to trade for him or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because his contract isn't too crazy. But, and that's another factor. They wouldn't be able to get rid of him if they would have drafted him so high because his contract would have been so much. So his contract would have been $50 million or some shit like that. You see what I'm saying? So, or he would have been getting paid like Cam Ward. Cam Ward got $49 million or something like that. 15 mil, 20 mil guaranteed, something crazy. Bonus, all of that. So the next team, it wouldn't be no next team. They'll be married in because we drafted Shador. We're giving him the $40 million. He's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? He's married in now. It's nothing that we can really do because no other team is going to take on that contract like that for Shador Sanders to come out there and be lackluster. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all have to understand the climate and the stock of the QB. It's not necessarily the racism. The racism comes in where Jeff goofy ass, and people think it's so goofy, like, oh man, he gave out his number. But I'm telling y'all, if it was a black scout giving Arch Manning number, when he gave an Arch Manning number to some ninjas, they'll be like, oh man, you gave Arch Manning number to some ninjas, and the ninjas then told him to pull up over there for a workout, saying they coach whoop de whoop, Coach Mike, and now he up over there getting robbed. You understand? So it's just like, bro, people don't be knowing what's going on. People just be thinking shit is a joke. Like, man, listen, this is all of this was like an ego death for Shador. Remember in college, Shador had the highest NIL value, right? Oh, see, y'all, I'll be forgetting. I'll be talking to people that don't be knowing. Because if y'all really knew what was going on, bro, y'all wouldn't be saying the fact that Shador not getting drafted is racist. That's not the racist point. The racist thing is the people that was giving his number out. Just that. People laughing and thinking it's funny and being like, man, the QB valuation is dropped, obviously, because we're not taking 3 QBs in the first round anymore. I don't know how many QBs went in the first round before. It's probably a lot. Probably like 6 or something, 5 or something. But it's usually like 3, 4 QBs that come off the draft board in the first round. And it's not going to be like that no more because teams is seeing like, man, if I can't get a Jaden Daniels-esque type of player, I might as well defer to free agency. I might as well defer to trying to trade for a proven quarterback in the NFL, not college, but in the NFL. And if he's not going to be Jaden Daniels, that's because it's like I'm kind of ruining my money. You see what I'm saying? Y'all don't understand. Jaden Daniels was one game away from Jaden Daniels was 2 wins away from being a Super Bowl quarterback as a rookie. Y'all don't understand how close he was. So why would I draft the quarterback so I could go 7-9, 6-10? Be right back where I started at last year. Why would I draft a quarterback and pay him all of this money? And then next year I'm gonna need a quarterback because it's like it's a what you have done for me lately. So if a quarterback do trash this past season, he only won 3 games or something stupid, the team is gonna be looking at the next season like, man, we wasted our money. So it's less of a gamble to take a defensive nose tackle, big dude, 6'9", 3. He's not gonna be here in round 2. He's not gonna be here in round 3. Whoa, what are you talking? He's not gonna be in the draft if we miss our spot. Right here in the first round, where we got the cream of the crop, we got the big guys, we got Georgia, we got Alabama, D tackles and nose guards and tackles and all types of big offensive linemen and D linemen motherfuckers. Y'all know what I'm talking about? The big dudes. Why would we go ahead and take, why wouldn't we take Tyler Booker, who's not going to be here in the second round, because Shador's right here? Like, bro, we're taking Tyler Booker, and if Shador's still here, because I know it's these next 13 teams that's about to go by, they don't even need a quarterback. So why would I do, like, I gotta understand, bro, that was strategy and psychology that was going on between the Steelers and the Browns. Okay, cool. Coach Jeff, what he did, yes, it was racist. Yes, it was a breach of security. Yes, he should go to jail. His son should go to jail. The other dude that was involved, they should all go to jail. It's like 3 people involved. They gave out Shador number. If that was Arch Manning and that was a black scout, they'd be going to jail. And everybody know that. Everybody know that. If that was Carson Beck, and they gave out Carson Beck number and they came in and they robbed him, they'd be going to jail. Or if they just had his number and sent his number out. Because they would have tracked it, they would have did a prank call, they would have been, see, like, white people, they could do something like this and be like, oh, it's a jokey joke. See, Caucasians, they could do stuff like Jeff's son did and prank call Shador and be like, oh, it's a jokey joke. And everybody got to be like, oh, it's a jokey joke. You know what I'm saying? Even though it was funny, and we could be like, oh, man, that's funny. That's still illegal. There's a lot of shit that be funny and it be illegal. A girl be running around chasing her boyfriend in the street, stabbing him and shit like that. It was like, oh, she's stabbing him to death. And then when she get an attempted murder charge, she looking, oh, my God, shocked in the face. Like, no, you got an attempt charge because he was stabbing him and running around in the street, stabbing this person. And we got like the footage, you literally stabbed him and you're going to get attempted murder. You're going to get attempt. So it's like, yeah, bro, like people not understanding, like this is real life. If you take somebody's number from a private entity, that's like I take my boss number from my job and be like, man, y'all go call my boss. That's not legal. You cannot do that. That's a breach of security, especially with people that's in private entities and they're making millions of dollars in a $1 billion, $1 trillion industry, but y'all don't understand that. And somehow the Atlanta Falcons don't understand that. And somehow, because if he doing that, I guarantee you he throwing games and he, you know what I'm saying, he sabotaging games, making sure, you know what I'm saying, making sure shit get covered and everything. Point shaving everything. You know what I'm saying? So just think about it, man. Like, just think about how low down and dirty these people is, man. Like, honestly, dude, just think about it. Like, it's really crazy. It's really crazy. Hold on, y'all coming right back. Yeah, man, I'm back, y'all. I'm back. You heard? You heard? You heard? Now let me stop playing on here. Somebody watching this probably like, what the fuck? But y'all see it, man. Deion Sanders said it, dog. He did it, man. We can't be mad that somebody don't like us because we don't like them. But it's the truth, though. Like, when you say, oh, I don't like you, man. You gotta understand, Dion is humbled. It's not what y'all think it is. It's more so what y'all like this is what y'all like. Y'all like to see people in the NFL playing football. Until we have our own black league, you're not gonna like a black league, and you're not gonna even have a chance to. So you like the NFL. That's being humble. He didn't say because I didn't get drafted in the first round. I'm not going to the Cleveland Browns. Like I've been said, my dad said in 2018. I ain't like that. That's confidence that you don't even need the league anymore because you got drafted. You didn't get drafted in the first round. Waiting to get drafted to the fifth round and then still going to the team and still trying to play, like that's being humble. Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. You're humble when you go to your 9 to 5 job and you do your job and you do your thing. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Even like people think like people in the black community, they want unspectacular shit to be spectacular. Like, come on, bro. All right, you play football. Okay, cool. You get millions of dollars to play football. Okay, next. Like you're humbled. Okay, you're not. What is Jalen Hurts saying after games? That he loves the game. He loves the sport. He's very humble. What is Lamar Jackson saying? He loved the game. He loved the sport. He's very humble. All the players say this, bro. Just fall in line and say what all the players say. But you shouldn't have to say that. You shouldn't have to do that because you Shadur Sanders, and that's how these people feel, and that's why he dropped so low. I'm letting y'all know you cannot just say stuff to these people like this and then think like, man, I should get $1 billion still. I know I said I didn't like you back then, but I should still get $1 billion now, and you should let me change up everything and change your whole history and cost you because it's me. And it's like, nah, you're able to do that, but you shouldn't come out to the public and be, you know what I'm saying, doing shit like this. You know what I mean? You shouldn't come out to the public and do shit like this as if you're not gonna want your kid to be in the NFL in a couple years. Your kid, you groom your kid to be in the NFL, and it's crazy. The next, you know what I'm saying, 7 years or whatever, your kid is gonna need us to get into the NFL. You know what I'm saying? In the next couple years, your kid is gonna need us to get into the NFL, but you don't want us, and you want to do it, and you was in the NFL. Like I don't understand how disrespectful that is to these people. You know what I'm saying? And for us to not point that part out, and it's like when black people say the quiet part out loud, it's oh my God, you're a coon, you're Sambo, you're this and that because people that don't have logic, they have to resort to that stuff to say that stuff, and then they don't even use it the right way. So of course they don't even know how to play their cards the right way. They won't use it the right way. And then y'all wonder why there's so many tethers in the FBA community. It's people in our community that don't know how to execute certain shit the right way and make sure our people is put on a certain type of pedestal that we deserve to be put on because we was slaves for 400 years, got beat down for another 100 years. We just integrated into these leagues. Jackie Robinson and all that stuff, that wasn't a long time ago. That wasn't a long time ago. You see what I'm saying? So it's like we deserve to be respected and have respect. So when we get our own league and people like Jeff is fired from the NFL because he should be Coach Jeff, he should be getting fired from Atlanta Falcons. I don't know how he's still on the team, but I know how. But I'm gonna act like I don't know. You know, as black people, we gotta act oblivious and don't know. Or we don't know what's going on. Oh Lord, like I'm gonna act like I don't know. But I'm just saying, I don't know how Coach Jeff is still coaching the league. Matter of fact, let me ask a question. Let me ask a question here in the poll. Let me ask a question in the poll. Do that's y'all, the VI crew. Do you know how Atlanta spell Atlanta right, Varo? Goddamn. Atlanta Falcons coach Jeff isn't fired yet after giving out Shador. I think I spelled it right. Number. Oh, they fixed it for me. Number out. Shador Sanders and Deion Sanders put Shador in a situation. I can almost bet you if this tweet never surfaced back in 2018 when Deion posted it, the Cleveland Browns probably would have went ahead and took Shador Sanders in the first round. But it's so crazy that nobody wanted Shador. Nobody thought Shador started getting taken by the Cleveland Browns until like the third round. Then they were like, well, why isn't Cleveland taking him? And then Cleveland took Dylan Gabriel, and they were like, oh, you're taking Dylan Gabriel. And it's like, bro, how are we getting blamed for this? We did our research. It's like, yo, we did our research, bro. We went and made sure that we got Dylan Gabriel. We took him to the private workout. We know him. We've been calling him this whole time since the season. We've been calling him since last year, talking to him. But now it's our fault that Shador Sanders is falling and we need to draft Shador. Well, we'll draft him when it means something to it and we can get the most value. The Browns was able to get the most value in the 5th round. So why are y'all mad at the Browns? And now we mad at the Browns because we don't want them to be on the Browns because we don't know anything about football. We ain't been watching football. So we don't know that the Browns are on an upward trajectory. Who fault is that? Oh, it's you ninjas. Y'all is coons and y'all toe tapping it because y'all don't want to listen, bro. Y'all don't even watch football. So you can't even understand or explain what's going on. What happened with Coach Jeff in Atlanta and his son sending Shador number. Sending Shador number down to his son so he could prank call him or whatever. Yeah, it might have been funny, but at the same time it's illegal. People do stuff that they think is funny that's actually illegal all the time. So why isn't he getting locked up? Why isn't he going to jail? You know, that's Fed time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he gave out the number of a private entity business. So if it was Arch Manning, and I'm gonna keep on saying it, bro, but I'm gonna say it in not the way that y'all think. Oh, if Arch Manning was in the draft, they would draft him. No. If Jeff gave out Arch Manning number to his son, and Jeff was a ninja, and his son was a ninja, and his son decided, man, I need some money, right? Let me put up a story for y'all. I need some money. I gambled away all my money, whatever the fuck. I lost all my money. Motherfucker on drugs or some shit. This is how they treat us. Oh, he's on drugs, so he needs to go to jail, and he stole some money, and yada, yada, yada. Come on. This is how they talk about ninjas, but it's you can't talk about Caucasian people like this. Like, you can't talk about Caucasian people like exactly how they are. Joe Biden, exactly. He's a crackhead. So look at Jeff's son, right? Jeff go ahead and prank call Shador. But what if it was somebody else and they wanted to rob Arch Manning or Shador or an NFL prospect? Nobody would care? Or would that be a breach of security and that person would have to go to jail? Because I know if a ninja do it, you got to go to jail. Right? Then isn't Shannon Sharp being accused of whatever he being accused of, even if it's a lie or not? ESPN still fired him, right? Exactly. So how is this dude not fired after giving out an NFL prospect number? And he put the blame on his son. They're not even going to tell you. They're not even going to tell you how his son got the number. They're just going, oh, we're issuing an apology. Get the fuck out of here. Caucasian people is sick, bro. You're not just about to quickly say an apology and it's all gonna go away. No, that dude gotta go to jail. It was funny, it was cool, but y'all gotta go to jail now, and you gotta lose your job now, Coach Jeff. And the Atlanta defensive players, y'all really toe tapping if y'all don't speak out against y'all own coach right now, Coach Jeff, and make sure he get fired. Cause I'm damn sure if he'll send Shador number, an NFL prospect, if he'll send their number out, and I don't care if they're on a different team, so I don't care. No, this is why y'all got the NFLPA. This is why we need our own league. Y'all don't understand that because y'all too busy toe tapping for the millions, right? Until we get our own league. And we not doing weirdo stuff like this. And we following laws and codes and commands that abide by to the United States, because we'll probably still be under the United States when we get our reparations, right? That's why we need our reparations. So we can have our own league. So them not being locked up for the situation is beyond me. Like I thought it was gonna happen. I thought I was like, all right, I'm just looking at the news reports. I'm like, all right, well, everybody's starting to report on it now. It's starting to get traction. He sent the number out. He leaked the number. Okay, I'm waiting for them to say he's fired. These people talking an apology, dog. These people came on and said, all right, we got the apology. What apology? What are y'all talking about? These people crazy, man. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. This what Coach Prime said. Ain't no way I'm going to Cleveland. Miss me with all that third person talking, all that hypothetical. That's how they talk. That's how them, you know what I'm saying? Them corporate people talk. Got to talk in hypotheticals and stuff. No, you said ain't no way you going to Cleveland. You don't want to go to Cleveland. There ain't nothing in Cleveland. That's a phrase. It ain't nothing in Cleveland over there in Cleveland. It's a smaller market, quote unquote. Nobody want to go there. That's how they think. I'm telling y'all. So them people already had Dylan Gabriel. Don't blame them people and tell them people to draft Shador. Nothing. Y'all getting hyped, jumping out your seat. Oh, why they ain't drafting Shador? They drafting Dylan Gabriel. You don't understand that these people put in months of work with Dylan Gabriel. These people invested time and money and everything into Dylan Gabriel. Probably flew him out on a jet for private workouts and everything. So now y'all want them to draft Shador because it's Shador? Nigga, this is what Shador daddy said. Ain't no way he going to Cleveland. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just saying. This is what y'all said. Oh, that was back then. That's a new dynamic of the team. We know. It's crazy how everything come full circle. That's how God really worked. This is how God really worked. This is why I said Dion and Shador and all of them is humble. They are humble. They've been humble. It ain't no, oh no, they like confident black men and all this. That's this BW talk. That's that modern woman BW talk. That Kevin Samuels that was talking about the black community. Stop this sassiness shit, man. Stop it, dog. Oh, this your baby. Imagine them doing your baby like that. But Deion Sanders said he wouldn't want his baby in the Cleveland Browns uniform. So the Cleveland Browns didn't want to draft him. And then all the teams he wanted to go to, they had quarterbacks or they didn't want him. It's teams that didn't want him. The Saints didn't want him. The Saints wanted that little white boy who be looking stupid. The Giants didn't want him. They wanted Jackson Dart interception throwing ass. He looking like the next Eli Manning throwing interceptions. I don't know how they got some Josh Allen. He looked like Eli Manning throwing interceptions. Ole Miss, oh yeah, y'all like that, right? Y'all like that pipeline? Oh, it was Shador said this and that and the third. They was just regurgitating the same bullshit. The Giants don't know what the fuck going on. That's a lost organization. So all of these lost organizations, Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence Project now working, all this shit y'all keep on saying, they don't care. They believe in them people. They believe in them dudes. They believe in Geno Smith and Ada McConnell and all of them right now. They believe in them. They want them to play. They don't believe in Shador right now. They didn't want to give Shador the money because then He got to stay on the team. If they want to trade him, they can't trade him. And now he on the team, and it's like, oh man, we got to deal with all this shit now. So it really gave Dion and them the leverage. But listen, I be trying to break this shit down to y'all business wise, investment wise, because I invest every single day. So I know how to leverage investments. Y'all don't know how to leverage investment, and it show when y'all talk. So you start bringing up, oh, I'm a veteran, I'm a this and that and that, but you don't know what you're talking about because it's not your field. Sports is not your field. You just using this for internet clout and to get some views and money. That's all you care about. But when people be watching this shit behind closed doors, right, we be laughing at that shit. And they be calling you a fanboy. So it don't matter if you uploaded an hour by hour, it don't matter. We laughing at the shit, it's goofy. Then people hop in my chat and be like, man, that's some real shit. We hear you. Because they know this the truth, dog. This what really happened, fam. Fam, this what really happened. It wasn't racist because of how they drafted them in the draft order. No, that had something to do with something else. It had nothing to do with, it had a little bit with the teams that just, like, the teams like the Saints and shit like that. Like, bro, them teams, they might be racist, but they're not even good. We could look at them for the last 10 years. They're not good. Obviously, they don't know what's going on. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. And that's not a good situation. I don't think Shador would have a good situation like he would have on Cleveland Browns than he would have on the Saints. He wouldn't have a good situation on the Saints because they don't know what's going on. Look at Spencer Rattler. Look at the team they got. They got Taysom Hill. They got a nigga that, they got a white quarterback, a white ninja quarterback. They be running the ball and he be passing the ball and they don't bring him in. Like, they do weird stuff. They don't know. Since Drew Brees, the Saints been lost, y'all. I know everybody remember, the Saints, Drew Brees. Like, get that thought out your mind. That's gone. They don't know what's going on. The Saints don't know what's going on. They shooting in the dark. They don't know what's going on. So look though, right? Shador falling to Cleveland had everything to do with Dion saying, ain't no way I'm going to Cleveland. Shador having an attitude. He probably had an attitude kind of like, I know I'm not going to Cleveland though. Like, when, like, I'm telling you, I think Shador thought like somebody was going to trade up for him or something like that, or like Mike Tomlin was going to take him at 21. I'm pretty sure he thought Mike Tomlin was going to take him at 21. They thought Mike Tomlin was going to take him at 21. Shit, I thought they was too. Until I really started thinking about it. But not really, bro, because I posted the video before the draft. I posted the video before the draft. I knew they wasn't about to take Shador for some reason. I knew they wasn't about to take him. Like, just by the draft, like, just by how the people they was drafted. They was drafting certain people that were like more defensive players, more linemen and stuff like that. Like, teams understand that, they follow that, and it's just like the QB stock has dropped. Like, people just keep on talking about Archie and shit like that. Like, we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Is Nico gonna, like, I don't know if Nico's gonna grow up. Like, Nico, he still like plays like a little kid. He still obviously acts like a little kid. That's why he just lost all his money instead of just staying his dumb ass at Tennessee. But Nico, like, I don't know who's coming out. Like, I don't know. But I know I've been watching this class for like 2 years, and yeah, like Tyler getting took like by the Saints. You can't really read into that because it's like the Saints aren't a good organization. So you would expect the Giants and their Saints and shit to do racist, dumb shit. Like, so you would expect that. And then they're like, well, if he don't go to us, he gonna fall to Cleveland. Like, they all knew he was gonna go to Cleveland. They all knew this was gonna happen. And the GM, the Cleveland Browns GM, I don't think y'all understand. He probably been wanting to draft Shador. Like, the Browns GM, he probably been wanting to draft Shador since like last year. He probably been wanting to draft Shador since he got to Colorado. He probably already knew. Like he know Travis Hunter and it's Travis Hunter. So he had to know Shador, bro. He probably been wanting to draft Shador. So then when they drafted Dylan, he did it so smart, bro. You know what I'm saying? Salute to that dude, bro. The GM for the Cleveland Browns. The brother, man. He did good, bro. He did good. Cause it looked like, bro, they got Dylan Gabriel. They got Dylan Gabriel, right? It's not no way, right? It's not no way they could say, oh man, we didn't draft you because they drafted Dylan Gabriel in the third round. Shador went to the fifth. What can you say? They already got their quarterback. It was really up to really just the Steelers. We know the Raiders doing weird junk. They didn't want him. We know the Saints doing weird junk. They didn't want him. We know the who was the other team? Raiders, Steelers, and there was another team. Raiders, Steelers, Seahawks was doing weird junk. They wanted Milrow early, right? It was another team too. People thought it was going to draft him. Nah, that was really it. That was really all the teams. It was Saints, Steelers, Raiders, and Cleveland Browns. 4 teams. And out of them teams, Dion said this about him. He don't want him to go there. He would, and there's no way he would go there. As an NFL Hall of Famer, he's what he say go type shit. Like people like, oh, Deion Sanders said that. Like he's one of the best ever to do it. So one team is already looking at it for months and probably years ahead of time. They like, man, we not. They probably already. Oh well, we can't get Shador, so and we don't want that problem with Dion. Like that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. He went to the best situation. There's no like, it's like no, like what can you say? Cleveland Browns wasn't the team that was yo-yoing you and playing with you. You was playing with the Cleveland Browns. You was yo-yoing the Cleveland Browns until the Cleveland Browns showed you, yo, we really got the upper hand. Now you wanna y'all got humbled again. And everybody that got drafted is humble. And they don't have a problem with it because they respectful people. You have to be respectful to be humble. If you don't have no respect, then you can't be humble. And that's why you get kicked out the league, or that's why something happened to you. And that's all that other stuff that people be talking about. God and karma and stuff like that. Like, come on, bro. Like, y'all know this didn't happen for no reason. I think y'all not understanding, right? Don't y'all be talking about the Most High, the Lord God? Y'all can't be talking about the Most High. This is the Most High. Ain't no way I'm going to Cleveland. But you will be going to Cleveland, Dion, to watch Shador play. It looks like you'll be going to Cleveland to watch Shador play. Oh, what you talking about, bro? You trying to be funny? You tell you something bad about Deion Sanders? Like, bro, that's how. If y'all think about it like that, with me saying that, then you should think how these teams looked at it. That probably hurt the Cleveland Browns organization. That probably hurt their heart. They probably was fans of Deion. What if the Cleveland Browns organization was fans of Deion Sanders? Wow, what if? What if a football team was fans of one of the greatest players of all time? And when he said something about their team, they felt some type of way. Duh, nigga. Like, what's wrong with you niggas? Y'all just think shit a joke. Oh, man, I can do whatever I want. And not being humble, you're not going to be able to understand this. And you still probably don't understand why Shador fell in the draft. This is why Shador fell in the draft. Oh, my gosh. It don't make it better. Deion Sanders got a stacked out team with great D1 talent, you know, that could play in the NFL. Guys like Jimmy Horde, Walker, the other receiver, Jimmy Horn, the other receiver, and some other guys they had that went, Travis, and all these other guys on his team. So it didn't help that he had a team and he had a above 500 coach and stuff like that. Like the teams in the NFL, they were like, all right, we're gonna just knock him down the peg. And then the team that really wanted him, you said, oh nah, no. You turned them off. They didn't turn you off, you turned them off. You know? And y'all not understanding that, bro. So we gotta understand this going forward so we don't get anything mixed up. Coach Jeff and what his son did, they try to be racist, they try to be funny, and people go to jail for funny stuff every day. So now they have to go to jail. Now they have to face the consequence. Are they gonna face the consequences? Probably not, because they Caucasian. And we know what when it comes to consequences in Caucasian people and taking accountability in Caucasian people, it just don't mix. So, and they make sure it don't mix, and they'll make sure it don't mix lethally. You know what I'm saying? They'll make sure it don't mix. They'll do something murderous to make sure it don't mix. You know what I'm saying? They'll do a genocide. They'll do slavery. They'll do whatever they have to do to make sure they don't have to take accountability. You see what I'm saying? So they'll do Jim Crow. They'll let Shador Sanders fall all the way down to the fifth round and devalue him. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll let Shador Sanders' number be breached of his security and gave out. Like they'll let anything happen. They'll let Donald Trump get shot because he mentioned black people. Trump, you sit up here acting like you want to stick by these alt rights. Them is the same people that shot you. Them is white people, dog. It's not alt rights and Democrats and no, it's white people. They shot you, Trump. Black people ain't shoot you. Man, want to talk about Shadir Sanders. Man, Trump go worry about fixing this economy and making sure the black people get that platinum plan going for us and we get our rightfully owned reparations and y'all make that shit look right amongst the world. Then you could say forget everybody else because they didn't do nothing. We the ones that really built the country. Man, let's keep it a stack, man. Y'all want to bring up the 80s and the 70s. Nigga, you want to bring up a couple years ago? America was started in 1776. Black people done been here the whole time. And before that, black Americans, literally. We was the first people in America. So y'all not gonna make sure that these people set up the right way. We not even gonna go against the grain. Y'all gonna give it to everybody else in every other country, and they want to go against the grain and be with Russia and all these other people. Oh, sorry about that. I don't want to. You feel me? Who fault is that, man? I don't know what y'all. Who fault is that? Who fault is that? That y'all want to give the money to everybody else in all these other countries, and y'all want to be racist towards black people, but black people are really the loyal ones. We really the loyal ones, the FBA people. We the loyal ones. We the loyalists out the bunch. But y'all want to bring everybody else in. Now y'all want to tell them to get out, but without giving us our reparations. But you gave Asians money in 2021. You seen what Kamala Harris did, Trump? Talk about that. Don't get on here and talk about some Shador Sanders. Oh my goodness, because y'all look racist in front of everybody. Everybody sees the racism. You got Mel Kiper up there talking about some. Oh, how is he falling? I don't know what's going on. And this is, oh my gosh, exposing these people. Come on, man. So we're not even gonna deal with them because they shitty organizations. They gonna be ass next year. We already know what's happening. Why is y'all acting like this not the only team that was gonna take him, bro? This one of them teams, Cleveland Browns. They always got them historically black players. You know what I'm saying? That we know. They dropped Johnny Manziel so high in hopes of maybe Johnny Manziel could be that guy that we like. That electrifying, and he wasn't. He was a crackhead. You know what I'm saying? So Dylan Gabriel, I like Dylan Gabriel. And the thing about it is Shador and Dylan gonna fight so hard for this number one spot. By the time the season come, they're gonna be exhausted. And they're gonna be ready, but they're gonna be exhausted because like I just had to fight out these dudes. So they probably gonna end up trading whomever they're gonna try to trade whomever does what they don't like in camp or don't want to, you know what I'm saying, do in camp. So whoever doesn't have the best look in camp out of Dylan and Shador, they'll probably try to shop them around to other teams and send their tape out to other teams and shop them around. And I think Shador should just go crazy in camp. So the Cleveland Browns want to keep him on the team because they're not going to keep all of those quarterbacks. So they got Kenny Pickett, Deshaun Watson, Joe Flacco, Dylan, and Shador. They're not going to keep all them quarterbacks. Like they might keep Joe Flacco or something because he's getting a veteran minimum probably or something. But they're not going to keep all them quarterbacks. Like in Kenny, like I wouldn't even want to be on that team. Like how are you not demanding a trade? Like you got these people looking at you like crazy. Like we just drafted quarterbacks in your face, but we just signed you to the team and all this other shit. Like what, bro? These people just signed you to the team and drafted a quarterback twice. How aren't you demanding? If you're not demanding a trade, then people looking at you crazy. They about to get you up out of here, up out of here. Like you should be demanding a trade right now. But cats don't be having no fight. Like quarterbacks, they don't really be having they don't be having fight like that. Like a quarterback, if he know, just think about it. If you're getting paid $6 million to sit on the bench, and it's like year 3, you just got paid $12 million. You about to get paid another $6 million to sit on the bench. You're not about to sit on the bench? You're not about to sit down for $6 million, stand up and act like you care what's going on? Like somebody will do that. So these teams looking at it like, and they testing people. You know what I'm saying? He's like, why he probably thinking like, oh, I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna just come to camp and show him with my arm. That's how Kenny Pickett probably thinking. And they're like, nah, Kenny Pickett didn't call us complaining or nothing. Deshaun ain't call us complaining or nothing. Man, we about to get these dudes up out of here. They don't got no fight. We just drafted Shador and Dylan Gabriel in their face, and they don't got nothing to say about it. They'll rather you have something to say about it because this is all like an ego thing, man. It's all a game, man. Semantics and crazy shit going on. You see what I'm saying? Like this is crazy. Deion Sanders saying this about another NFL team, and in their eyes, and their from their viewpoint, I know y'all can't do that because y'all only think from y'all nonsensical viewpoint. Y'all don't think from nobody else's nonsensical viewpoint. You can't think from their dumbass viewpoint. I could think from a racist, white, outright dumbass viewpoint and still be like, man, that's some dumbass thinking. That's some dumbass, stupid ass shit to say. Oh, Cleveland is where the Browns quarterback. That's Cleveland Browns where quarterbacks go to die. But we got Baker Mayfield over here, who just was in the playoffs last year with his team. He always end up in the playoffs. Over here with Mike Evans going crazy on the Tampa Bay Bucks. So, I don't know. Right? So, what you guys have to do is just stop saying stuff. What Coach Jeff and his son and them did with the breach of security, they should be locked up. And if they're not locked up, that's racist. But these teams, and they literally wasn't a team that could draft Shador. He was just doing some bullshit. He knew he probably was talking to the Saints scouts and GMs and everything. So he probably knew Shador wasn't going to get drafted and all that. So when the Saints came up, he told his son, and his son did the prank call and recorded it, and they was waiting to do that. They was waiting all day to do that. They had nothing else to do. They was waiting to do that. The dad, too, I'm talking about Coach Jeff. You goofball. Coach Jeff, you did this, too. You goofy. And if Coach Jeff not fired, now y'all could boycott the NFL because Coach Jeff not fired, not because Shador didn't get drafted. It's not because Shador didn't get drafted to the 5th round. It's because Coach Jeff ain't get fired yet. That's why y'all boycott the NFL, okay? That's why y'all will boycott the NFL. Not because Shador didn't get drafted to the 5th round and that's your baby and all of this stuff. A lot of y'all never play organized sports in your life. So y'all think from a single mother's viewpoint because that's all you ever had in your life to show you and navigate you around the world. You never played organized sports. You never had no real father figures or any men around your life to show you that just because somebody act like they don't want you, don't mean that it's the end of the world. Shador still got to go out there and play football. Luckily, the team wanted him, and they still accepted him on the team after his dad said this. Right? Now he's humble and he's happy and he likes this. That's what Deion Sanders said. He likes this. Because his kids is drafted in the NFL. He's not worried about what team they on. And yes, he will be in Cleveland. There is a way that he's going to Cleveland. Hallelujah. And that's humble under the Lord. Not what y'all talk about. Oh my God, they don't like confident black men and all that. Shut up, bro. Shador Sanders has told y'all many. What did he say when he got drafted? He is happy that the Cleveland Browns are giving him the opportunity. He's blessed. That's what he said. These people is humbled under God right now. We are humbled under God right now in our life, just as living. Say you're not, and watch God smite you. So this is just a reminder for Deion and his family. You know what I'm saying? This is a reminder for us, anybody that's watching. Like, yo, watch what you say. That's crazy. Years later, they actually was the only people wanting to draft this son. You almost fell out the draft. Okay, cool. Like, you can honestly say that. It sounds crazy, but you can honestly say you almost fell out the draft. Because just because the 5th round come by and it's the 5th round, he should be drafted by now. No, Will Howard went to the 7th round. So what if he went all the way down to the 7th round and still had a choice between him and Will Howard? And they chose Will Howard, and now Shador was unsigned free agent, and then he signed to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers or something like, you know what I'm saying? Just anything. That could have happened. That's what they want. That's the feeling that they wanted to invoke with Shador and all of that. He was the highest gross NIL player, right? So then he got to the NFL. He thought that was going to work in the NFL, and they're telling him the shit's not going to work. This is the NFL, buddy. That's not what was racist. What's racist is Coach Jeff not getting fired. If Coach Jeff didn't get fired yet, because if Shannon going to get fired from ESPN, Coach Jeff got to get fired for this shit, because that's a breach of security. Because if a ninja NFL scout or GM or coach give out Arch Manning number and his nephews or his son and them go and rob Arch Manning or do something, they going to jail. A prank call, even a prank call. Oh, hold on, what you doing with Arch number? You're not supposed to have it. And he thought he was going to get drafted. Oh, yeah, you going to jail. I bet they go to jail.